Blue. Blue is the most common lightsaber color used by the Jedi. Some of its most famous users are Anakin Skywalker, his son Luke before he created his own lightsaber, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Count Dooku when he was still a Jedi. Blue lightsabers signify Jedi Guardians, who protect the galaxy through combat and physical use of the Force. These blue lightsabers are created through natural kyber crystals, which represent the skill and determination of their users. These crystals are easy to find in places like Ilum, and guide certain Jedi who fit the traits of a warrior-like guardian to use them. Blue lightsabers represent bravery, courage, and strength in carrying out one's duty. Jedi who carry blue lightsabers tend to be highly skilled in combat, fighting against corruption and crime across the galaxy. Force powers such as Push were commonly used by Guardians, showing their usage of the Force to protect the innocent by repelling attackers. Green. Green is the second most common lightsaber color used by Jedi. Its most notable users are Grandmaster Yoda, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Luke Skywalker. Green lightsabers are created using kyber crystals which resonate with Jedi who are extremely wise, have inner peace, and are in deep harmony with the Force. This is why the Jedi we see with this color are some of the wisest in the Order. Green lightsabers are associated with Jedi consulars, who understand that power should be used carefully, so negotiate their way out of trouble and rely more on Force powers than pure strength. Users of green lightsabers often possess the deepest knowledge of the Force and are seen using abilities such as telekinesis, Force healing, and mind tricks. Red. Red is a color used by Sith Lords, corrupted or fallen Jedi, and other dark side users. Some famous wielders of red lightsabers are Darth Vader, Kylo Ren, and Darth Sidious. Unlike the crystals used by the Jedi, red lightsabers are created through two different methods. The first method is to use a synthetic crystal, which is basically a fake kyber crystal, which wasn't as pure as the real thing. Most Sith used this after Darth Bane's death since the planets with natural crystals were under Jedi control. The second method is to take a kyber crystal and bleed it, meaning you remove its light and fill it with hatred. This is how Darth Vader got his first lightsaber, and Kylo Ren's lack of mental stability caused his crystal to crack in the process, leading to the unique effect it has in the movies of appearing imbalanced and unstable. Red lightsabers represent individuals who have either fallen from the light side and embraced hatred and passion, or those who were raised straight into the Sith, causing them to be overtaken by lust for power and corruption. Their red blades are a reflection of themselves, showing their aggression and manipulation of fear to defeat their enemies and succeed in their evil goals. This also fuels their use of the Force, leading them to master abilities such as Force Choke, Lightning, and Drain. Purple, Amethyst, and Indigo. Purple, Amethyst, and Indigo lightsabers are highly rare colors which represent a mix of light and dark side abilities. The main icon for these colors is Mace Windu, with his infamous purple lightsaber, but Cal Kestis can wield similar colors such as Indigo, and various Jedi in the galaxy use Amethyst. Purple lightsabers were never intended to be a part of the franchise, but Samuel L. Jackson personally asked George Lucas if he could have one, since he wanted to stand out among the crowd in the Geonosian arena. These lightsabers are created through deep meditation rituals which balance love and hate in a kyber crystal, creating its blend of red and blue. Purple hue lightsabers indicate the wielder has walked between the light and dark sides of the Force, able to tap into both anytime. White. White lightsabers are also hard to come by, requiring great dedication to create. There are two notable users of white lightsabers, Ahsoka Tano and Jorah Mali. The white hue came from taking a red, hate-filled crystal of the Sith and removing its negative emotions, replacing them with love. This deeply painful but peaceful process resulted in a pure white blade, representing the crystal's redemption from evil. Ahsoka Tano purified the crystal of an Inquisitor sent to kill her after the Clone Wars, while Jorah Mali purified a crystal she found in an ancient Sith spear. The patience and fortitude required for the purification process highlights the wielder's strength of conviction in not following a path of pure light or darkness. Wielders of white lightsabers tended to use defensive Force abilities such as Repulse and Force Push, turning to their weapons as a last resort when cornered. Darksaber. The rarest color of lightsaber, black, can only be seen in the Darksaber, an ancient weapon created by Tare Vizsla, the first Mandalorian to join the Jedi Order. Whoever defeated its wielder in combat earned the right to rule Mandalore and its people, making it highly coveted. Unlike other weapons, its pure black emission is surrounded by a strange white glow, and it resembles an ancient sword more than a traditional lightsaber. It also differs from regular lightsabers in its sound, having a droning kind of hum, as well as it being heavier to use unless the wielder is finely in tune with the blade. The weapon made its way into the hands of the former Sith Lord Maul, after he bested Pre Vizsla, Tari's distant descendant in the Clone Wars. From there, it was seen in Rebels and The Mandalorian, wielded by Sabine Wren, Moff Gideon, Din Djarin, and, finally, Bo-Katan, who used it in a duel against Gideon. At the end of their battle, the weapon was destroyed by Gideon, who crushed it in Bo-Katan's hand, putting an end to the 1,000-year legacy of the blade. As you can tell from the history of its users, it was rare for them to be force-sensitive, so the users of the weapon relied on their discipline and skill rather than mystical powers. The weapon reflects deep clan ties and a tribal sense of respect, in contrast to the typical light or dark side affiliation from regular lightsabers.